So that's where the mayor hangs out, get your permits, pay your taxes, licensing, things like that. And this was built between 1894 and 1895. And when it was completed, it was the tallest habitable building. Give me 1 second, kind of loud around here right now. All right, so 1894, 1895, and it was the tallest habitable building in the entire world when it was completed. 393 feet, that was it. So you guys are from Chicago, I can say take that, Chicago, with your tall buildings. This was it.
Did people actually live in it?
Habitable means you can go all the way up every floor.
Okay.
Yep. So there are other things that were taller, like the Washington Monument, but this is as far as being able to inhabit every floor.
Okay.
Yep. And it was built on a swamp. We're gonna see the river over here. This was all very spongy, wet, tough to build on. So they drove 2,500 wood pilings, wood planks into the ground to create a foundation. Still sitting on the same wood pilings 130 years later, and it's leaning 3 inches to the north, so it's leaning that way. And a couple of years ago, they dug underneath and replaced some of the wood with concrete and steel beams, and that was a 100-year fix. So after that, someone else's problem, right? Yep, got it for now. All right, we're gonna keep going down here.
Go ahead, go ahead.
That was built by Frederick Pabst, also in 1895. This is the 4th oldest continuously operating theater in the country. And he was from Germany, so he modeled it after a European opera house. And inside of there is a 4,000-pound Austrian crystal chandelier, Italian marble staircase, gold leaf all throughout. Really nice place to see a show. And they've repurposed all these old buildings. They're all theaters. The building on the very end was a coal power plant. And if you were here not too long ago, there was a smokestack coming out of that building. And they're just about finished building a new entrance into the theater district. That building in the middle is brand new. It's not even open yet. And we'll keep going a little bit further down here. Have you been down there?
No.
No, I was just looking at
Not
the
yet.
mural.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Kind of cool.
Anybody been in here yet?
No.
No? All right, right where the lights are on, that's called the Safe House. It's a spy-themed 007 bar and restaurant. Depending on what time you go, you have to know the password to get in. And if you don't know the password, they're gonna make you dance or sing or hula hoop. They let you in, and you realize everyone in the bar is watching you on TV. So just be aware. But really cool spot, been there for almost 60 years. Secret exit through a telephone booth, James Bond memorabilia, some of the bartenders are magicians. So it's called the Safe House.
And where do you get the password?
Online? Not from me. And this will be our ride right here. And Milwaukee is a Native American term. Some people believe it means the good land, and other people believe it means the gathering of the waters. And I think that would make sense. We've got the Milwaukee River, the Menominee River, and the Kinnickinnick River. And they all come to a point just south of here, and they feed into Lake Michigan. So gathering the waters makes sense. And they had this land up until the 1830s, and then it became part of the United States. And Milwaukee officially became a city in 1846. That was about 2 years before Wisconsin became a state. But 2 years after Pabst Brewing Company. Beer first, city, state. And if you can see out in front of me, left and right, we just got a streetcar. We got light rail a few years ago. You can see tracks in the ground and wires up above. And it's completely free. So if you're trying to get across the downtown area, you can definitely take advantage of the streetcar. They come about every 10 or 15 minutes. You don't need a ticket. You can get on or off at any of the stops. Everything in Milwaukee by law has to be beer related. So the name of the streetcar is the Hop. Piano keys into the crosswalk. You can see them here. Represents something we have in the summer called Jazz in the Park. And it's a free concert every Thursday. Close down the road, all the vendors come out, get something to eat, something to drink, watch a free concert here. Also going to have the Sunday morning farmers market tomorrow if you're going to be around. And of course Cathedral Square has to have a cathedral. On the left is St. John the Evangelist, a Roman Catholic church originally built in the 1840s. And if you look on the slant of the roof as I turn, they have all those different colored tiles, red, green, and blue up there. And this next area that we're coming into is called the East Side, and this is a popular place for college students. University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee is a little bit further up in front of us. A lot of the houses and apartments on the left are rented out by college kids. And it's a pretty big school. UWM has around 25,000 students. And in just a second, we're going to be at the Black Cat Alley. And this was just an alley like any other, but they have artists come in, pay them to come here and paint giant murals. And they started this in 2016. They've been adding them ever since. So if you're up for it, I'm going to make a stop and go for a little walk and see the paintings. Some of these are 50 feet tall. All the artists are paid to come and do this. The paintings are permanent. They come from France and Spain, Colombia, Chicago, Ohio, and they go all the way through. So you guys can go in there and check them out, and I'll be in there if you have any questions. this is the North Point Lighthouse. Again, if you're up for it, we'll go for a little walk and you can see the lighthouse and the old carriage roads that run through here. So a little bit about the lighthouse. This is kind of the third version of the original. The first one was built 100 feet further back, right on top of the bluff. But Lake Michigan used to come up to the bluff. So everything you see down there today is landfill. And the bluff was eroding, they had to move it back. Also used to be shorter because there were no trees here. This was originally sand dunes. So if you look at the top, it's got rectangular windows. Down at the bottom, they're round. The top portion was the original. And it was pretty short. They basically lifted it up and put a base on it. And this was Coast Guard up until the 1990s and then donated to the park. So it's a museum now and they do lectures and dinners and weddings, things like that. And if you're interested, if you go all the way down to the end, you can also see the old carriage roads that run through the park. And if anybody wanted a picture with the lighthouse, it's actually better on the other side. So if you'd like one, let me know. Otherwise, if you're up for it, poke around for a little bit.
We would love a picture on the other side.
Okay, let's go.
I would. Probably Leo
Yeah.
wouldn't. Leo and Mike would not,
Yeah.
but I would.
Favorite things about Milwaukee is the fact that the entire lakefront is public. It's all parks. So you'll see as we drive, we're going to go north to south. Parks and beaches, walking and biking paths, and open space. And you're also going to see that all the parking along the lake is completely free, 7 days a week. Nice to have that. And it's hard to see this time of year, but through the trees on the left is one of our water treatment facilities. The city of Milwaukee gets all this drinking water from Lake Michigan. Intake's about 1.5 miles out from here. Kind of an interesting fact about the lake, something I never really thought of. It's the only Great Lake that's entirely within the United States. All the others share a border with Canada. And it's about 300 miles long, 100 miles wide, averages about 300 feet deep, and it's over 900 feet at the deepest point. And the temperature of the water right now is probably about 65 degrees. Usually peak summer, July and August, it's in the mid to upper 70s. And there's some small waves out there today, but we can get 8 to 10 foot waves. People do surf on Lake Michigan. All depends on the wind direction. On the left, we're going to see the Milwaukee Art Museum. And this opened up in 2001. It was designed by a Spanish architect. His name is Santiago Calatrava. And this was his first work in the United States. Costs about $130 million to build. And part of the building will move 3 times a day. We have something called the wings. And you can see the wings are open right now. It looks like a bird. When the museum is closed, they fold them down on top of the glass and it makes a pyramid. And they move them at 10, noon, and 5. The same architect after Milwaukee did a bridge in Redding, California. A bridge in Dallas, maybe you recognize?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also the brand new transit center at the World Trade Center called the Oculus. So you guys know how it is. People want to copy Milwaukee. It's just something we deal with. But it's absolutely beautiful on the inside here. So again, if you're up for it, I can give you 10 minutes to take a peek inside. It's all white, marble floors, looks over the water. Also a good bathroom break. If you need a bathroom, they have them downstairs. Are the Henry Meyer Festival Grounds. Another one of our nicknames is the City of Festivals. Pretty much every single week throughout the summer we've got something going on here. This is over 200 acres along the lake. We've got Pride Fest, Polish Fest, German Fest, Irish Fest, Mexican Fiesta, Festa Italiana, African World Heritage, Native American Indian Summer, Arab World Fest, Labor Fest, Summer Fest, and Pet Fest. So you name it, got it going on there. Summerfest is the world's largest music festival. It's end of June, early July, 3 long weekends, 12 different stages, 600 different bands, and attendance this year was over 600,000 people. So that's bigger than the entire city of Milwaukee. We're about 580. So that's end of June, early July. And this next area that we're coming into, this is the historic 3rd Ward. And this is the old warehouse district. Warehouses and manufacturing, produce stands, things like that. And they repurposed everything, turned them into loft apartments, boutique shops, restaurants, and theaters. So this is kind of the place to be in Milwaukee right now. And if you were here in the 90s, this was one of the worst parts of town. A lot of those jobs left in the 70s and 80s, the warehouses were empty. I read that the population of this entire neighborhood in the 90s was about 75 people. And now it's the place to be. So it's been quite a change over the last 20 or 30 years. On the left is an Italian restaurant called Onesto. They make their pasta fresh there every day. Also on the left, if you need a $90 t-shirt while you're here, we got an Untucked store for you. And right now we're going to be at the Milwaukee Public Market. And this was originally modeled after Pike Place in Seattle. It's all local vendors. So this is where I'll give you guys a little break if you want to get a coffee or a smoothie or a Bloody Mary with a lobster tail in it. Just saying. Also a good bathroom break if you didn't have a chance. They have them upstairs here. you go from the 3rd Ward into the 5th Ward, and this is called Walker's Point. And this is kind of the next up-and-coming neighborhood in Milwaukee. That new development's coming down this way. They've got the Broken Bat Brewery on the left. They've got their own little wiffle ball stadium you can rent to play in. You can look through the netting. There's someone playing right there. And then one last thing on the left on the corner is Milwaukee's first and only cheese factory. If you want to get locally made cheese while you're here. The Menominee River. Across the river on the right is the world's only Harley-Davidson museum. That opened up in 2008. They have every model of every Harley ever made, starting with serial number 1, very first.
Mike, can you drop us off here?
I definitely can, yep. I'll pull right in here. And a little bonus of coming down in here, if you look on the right, there's a little shed, and that's a replica of where they built the very first Harley in a shed that size.
Oh my God.
There you are.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Everyone have a great rest of the tour.
I'm just letting, they want to end here, so.
Oh yeah, but I took a
Oh, sure.
picture of
Yeah,
that
sure.
shed.
Yeah.
We were wondering, when you stop at the Harley-Davidson Museum, you pass by.
We pass by, yeah.
And then is there a lot after that? Because
No,
we
that's-
want to go to the museum, so we thought we might jump out there and go to
Oh,
the museum.
yeah,
Does
just
that make
remind me.
sense?
Yeah, just remind
okay.
me. Yeah.
I mean, if we were going to miss
No,
a lot
it's,
of great
it's
stuff,
like
we wouldn't
almost
want
the
to do
last
that.
thing. It's pretty
Okay.
much the last thing, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that.
Yep.
Yeah, you're too young to be reminded. That's kind of senior citizen stuff. I mean,
To what? Sorry?
to be reminded, you're too young for
Oh, well, I'm not paying attention. That's the problem.
that. That's kind of more for old people to be reminded.
I do this 7 days a week, and if somebody talks to me, I don't have a clue what they're saying.
Okay.